me like a Hellcat.
Before we get started, I have a favor. If you enjoy my content and want to see me continue to improve in both quality and size, please check out my Patreon linked in the description. Any amount helps and it is greatly appreciated. There are so many rewards for each level of donation, so go check it out. Now back to the video. Hey guys, this is EmeraldAvenger, and recently, or I guess not quite yet because there have been some technical issues, the new experimental card has been announced and should be out, but there's some technical issues with it like I said, so we're not actually sure when it's going to come out. But this includes a bunch of CC changes, so in this video I'm going to go over them and talk about how I think they'll affect the game, and I will also put up some of my suggestions for what they should actually change. So to start, this is the first and only actual buff is Roadhog. The whole hog knockback is increased by 20%. Okay change. Changed it from being it's not really a change, it's just buffing its crowd control capabilities. I'm fine with this. It's buffed to one of my mains, so I can't really say anything. I don't really think this is going to change his role at all in the game. I think he's definitely going to remain the same. But only time will tell. Only time will truly tell on that. Next, we get to Reinhardt. Earthshatter knockdown duration lowered from 3 to 2.5 seconds. This is an okay change. I don't like it, partially because he's my main, but he's not one of the problems. He is not one of the crowd control problems. There are other characters that are crowd control problems. He is not one of the crowd control problems. Actually, they didn't address two of the characters that are the crowd control problems, which kind of frustrates me, but we'll get down to that in a second. Next is Sigma. Accretion. The knockdown duration is now a fixed 0.8 seconds instead of scaling with distance. That's stupid. I like the skill aspect of, oh, you have a further travel time for it, but if you can still land it, it knocks them down for longer. I still think they should have done that. It's stupid that they didn't. And the cast time is reduced from 0.75 to 0.65. So it's kind of attempting to be a flat net neutral. That's a really bad change. It's a really bad change. I like the dynamic knockdown capability of it. And I don't know why they removed it. I really have no idea. Could be any number of reasons. Like, once again, he was not one of the issues. He was not one of the issues that I saw with crowd control. His accretion, I rarely even saw it go off successfully, so that's probably why they decreased its cast time. But I still never saw it as an issue, so I'm not sure about this. Flashbang, next, for McCree. This one's fine. Flashbang stun duration lowered from 0.85 to 0.7 seconds. So when you flashbang someone, you're going to have to be a lot quicker to line up the headshot or get off the full volley of Fan the Hammer. This is going to mean that Tracer can now be a lot more frustrating and aggressive and get in your face more often and actually possibly be able to survive if you whiff your shot after a flashbang or if you just straight up whiff your flashbang. I think McCree needs changes. I liked him having 250 health. I definitely think he needs buffs. This change is fine, but I still don't think that he was one of the big issues. Now we do actually get to one of the big issues. Inothermic Blaster, freeze stun duration lowered from 1.5 to 1.3 seconds, and the blizzard duration is from 5 to 4.25 seconds. So this is interesting. So blizzard lasts less time, which I'm fine with, but they decreased the amount of time you can stay frozen with her normal blaster. It's fine. It's not the direction I want to go. I am still 100% for her being able to slow you, maybe by even 80% so you barely can move, but entirely freezing you and preventing you from doing anything should be removed. I don't know why they're so not okay with doing it. I mean, I agree with Blame on this, Blame the controller. She should be a tank. She could be reworked to a tank. Actually, heck, I might do a video on that sometime in the future of how she can be reworked into a tank if he doesn't beat me to it. Blame, if you beat me to it, why you gotta do this to me? But she has utility that does not need to exist on a DPS. Like, Sombra's level of utility is fine because it doesn't it keeps you from using abilities, but you can still shoot. You can still get away if you need to. But if you're frozen, you're kind of screwed. So being able to freeze somebody is not good. It should stay in Blizzard. I have no problem with it being part of Blizzard. But if she's going to remain a DPS, she should not be able to freeze you with her primary fire. Or is that... I'm not sure which one is her primary fire. I think freeze is her primary fire. I don't think she should be able to freeze you entirely. Slow down? Yeah, I'm entirely fine with that. Heck, I'm fine with you having to slowly recover from the freeze. But... Or from the slowdown. But freezing, no. You should not be able to entirely stop them from moving. Because that takes the skill out of it. That makes her a cheese character. That makes her a skillless. She is legitimately the most skillless character, probably next to Bastion. And I'm saying how horrible she is, and I abuse her all the time. I use her as, like, if I'm getting my butt kicked in a game, and we need some more sustain, and I can freeze a couple of their annoying squishies, I go Mei. She's a character that I abuse. Same with, like, Doomfist. I use him for the same thing. Same with Bastion. Characters that need changes, but Blizzard ain't changing them the right way. Ain't changing them at all. Not really sure why. It needs to change. Honestly is. I don't know why Blizzard's not doing it. Next is for Ana. Sleep Dart duration lowered from 6 to 5. I don't think this is going to be that impactful, mainly because there is, unless it's an Ana trying to kill the guy, and like she has her grenade off, or her grenade is still on cooldown or something like that, is the only time I see this impactful, because one, I never see somebody finish asleep. Unless I'm the person that has slept this guy in a 1v1 duel, I never see the sleep finish. Usually a Reinhardt charges, or Roadhog hooks, or somebody executes them. I never see the sleep go off entirely. So I don't think we're going to see much change come out of that. It might make Ana's life a little harder because she can't get her team to the sleep person in time, but outside of that, I don't see it being much change. And the Brig change, Shield Bash stun duration lowered from 0.75 to 0.65. That's redundant. That is entirely redundant. You're not even going to notice that. The only thing I could see is like a Tracer being able to blink out before you can get your whip shot out in time. Outside of that, no. Not at all. Honestly, I think Brig, if she had just a little more healing output, she'd be in a really great position. If she like had even 0.5 added to her her Inspire passive, 0.5 HPS per second, she'd be in a great position. I don't think this is a redundant change. So as it's going, none of these changes, I doubt any of these changes are really going to be seen. The Reinhardt maybe a little bit, of course the Sigma, and maybe the Mei. McCree's kind of a, if you're a good player, you won't notice it. Ana, if you're a good player, you won't notice it. Brig, if you're a good player, the one being stunned will notice it. But if the Brig's a good player, she won't notice it at all. So these kind of miss the point. Because you know what did need to be changed? What did need to be looked at? That is Hammond and Doomfist. Hammond and Doomfist are in a really strong position. Hammond, I think, is part of his kit because it's one of the main things of his kit. I think if they did some tuning to make him able to provide to his team a little bit, like maybe giving him a passive that allows him to add adaptive shields to his allies, maybe, and then at that point they could lower how much he moves people around. Right now, he is one of the biggest crowd control issues because he can just go around in circles and just boop you around, knock you around as much as you want. Now, a lot of that is people standing in his line of fire. If you want to avoid it, just get into like, say we're on, Nepal, whatever, the one with the open tower in the middle of it, and he's spinning around the center. Reaper can get to a corner and avoid it, and he can just shoot him as it goes around or something like that. Or, heck, a Bastion, I don't know. The two main things they should have addressed was first, Mei, her being able to freeze with her primary fire, and two, Doomfist. I really don't know what they need to do. I mean, turn him to a tank, lower his damage. They just need to do something, because he does too much damage while also being able to crowd control. And that's the problem with Overwatch, is those crowd control things that also do a lot of damage. Roadhog is the one exception because he pushes people away from him, so he does less and less damage the more effective his crowd control is. Doomfist, though, when he's most effective, he's doing the most damage and the most crowd control. And stuff like that. Stuff that either decommissions you for a long period of time, like Mei with her freeze, or does a lot of damage while also crowd controlling. Those are the biggest issues that Overwatch is facing right now, and I'm not sure how Blizzard doesn't see it. They missed the point with this experimental tab. So yeah, don't know. Really don't know. Don't know what to do. I have absolutely no idea what to do at this point. Yeah. If you'll want to see me do a video of rework to Mei, feel free to tell me in the comment section below. As always, thank you all for watching. What do you guys think? Honestly, what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to be good for the game, or do you think they should have gone a lot different direction, a lot further? Feel free to tell me that in the comment section below as well. As always, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Follow me on my social. Keep it up. Channel, come to my Discord, join the conversation, come on Patreon if you feel like supporting me. It's EmeraldAvengerG. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Peace out.